America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and now we need our God again to save us from Donald Trump. You're a mean one, Donald Trump. Yes, people, I know that the whole world is talking about Donald Trump, but I'm an American citizen. I have an opinion about that fool as well. How y'all doing? Hi, Net 75, Tequila and Net. This is our country, honey. It was paid for in blood. You're gonna let this goddamn billionaire just come in here and just I take over the whole goddamn government. He has to change every aspect of the government. He's trying to turn Social Security into a private business. So what about all the millions of people who are on Social Security then? So if it's a private business, for-profit business, then what are they going to be contributing, Donald Trump? Every goddamn department. Now today he brings his ass to face the Department of Justice. Department of Justice. And this motherfucker who was born with a platinum spoon in his mouth, all he can do is go and complain about what the whole goddamn world has done for him, done to him. Excuse me. You won the race, asshole, which you did not deserve to win, neither the first time or the second time. Correct? And what do you do? What do you do with all this power? You complain. You bitch and moan and complain. Correct? Every department in the goddamn country, you done cut out hundreds of thousands of jobs. What kind of person, what kind of a president who's supposed to be bringing jobs to America comes and immediately eliminates hundreds of thousands of jobs? I mean, that dude, he addressed these people, supposed to be the Department of Justice, right? They're supposed to make sure everything is legal and correct, right? He done got them so goddamn scared. They scared to talk, right? He done put this woman on here that is just blatantly kissing his ass about how he's the most wonderful president we've ever had. Donald Trump, if you're not the very worst president that America has ever experienced, you certainly are the second worst. I don't know who would rate below you, but you're the worst, right? Everything you accuse other people of doing to you is what you do to other people. You're the one that's bullying people. You called out ABC, NBC, you mispronounced their name, CBS, everybody, CNN, the New York Times, everybody is against and trying to hurt Donald Trump, right? You take no responsibility of all last year when it was guilty, and yet your ass still ain't in jail. So what do? You go to Supreme Court and you change the law. Now you can't be guilty of anything. Right? When Richard Nixon said that bullshit, we thought it was hysterical. It's ridiculous, girl. You done made it a law. How y'all doing? I don't know how I'm going to be able to make it through this next 4 years. Hope I don't have a heart attack. Every goddamn 20 minutes, this fool done did something else, child. So instead of addressing the D.O.J. about going after all this fraud and this crime and all this shit, right? It's supposed to be talking about fentanyl. This woman comes out here with hundreds of packages of fake fentanyl. In other words, they just wrap books up and say, this is how much fentanyl is coming into the country. This nigga, show the real picture. Why couldn't if this much fentanyl, and if you've been on your job and you've been collecting fentanyl, why can you show how much is actually, and show us how much fentanyl is coming from Canada? Oh, it could be this much fentanyl. This much fentanyl will kill millions of people. Everybody who does fentanyl gonna die. It's all such bullshit. He needed a reason to go fucking with Canada. He needed a reason to go fucking with Mexico. Now he's fucking with the goddamn European, all of Europe, which he claims that this is an extension of Europe. Really, only the white people, right? What am I talking about? Now he done called out damn near every country in the world. Everybody's done something to us. which means to him. He takes it all so personally, right? Oh, look what they did to us. They've been ripping us off for years. Why? Because they got a better deal in the trade. Why don't you improve the products that you make and ship, right? Be competitive, Donald Trump, since you're such a great businessman, right? He acting like we're just giving Canada billions and billions and billions of. No, we're just buying stuff from them. Why? Because they produce it. What the fuck is wrong with that? This is North America. Every time you turn the goddamn TV on, you gotta sit there and look at 20 videos of people talking about all the shit Donald Trump does, right? You addressing the D.O.J. Apologize to the D.O.J. for getting 34 felonies while running for president. How about that? Apologize for all the sexual abuse you perpetrated on women. Apologize for that. What about all these contractors you never paid? Explain to the D.O.J. why no bank in America would lend you money, Donald Trump. This is the primary, he's the primary criminal in the whole political system. And he got his ass in charge of everything. Democrats can't do shit. They got control of everything. Yes, it speaks to this country. It speaks to Donald Trump decided he wanted all the power in the world. He wanted to be the president and all this shit. And he addressed poor white people. People, if you don't be offended, but that's what you see when you go to a Donald Trump rally. Poor white people, you convince them that the minorities are taking over, right? Soon as we had a black president, that was the it. That was the it. They got riled up. Right, right. Oh, save us, Donald Trump. Save us, Donald Trump. You're a white man. Nigga, they all been white men. All of them, with the exception of one. But you can't accept that he played your ass. He played you. You played on your anger. He played on your misery. And now you're going to be, not only are you poor, now you're going to be more poor, right? Because he don't feel nothing about coming and taking your job. He ain't even talked to none of these people that he just done fired. Oh, your work is not up to par. Ain't that a bitch? What is my job, Donald Trump? How y'all doing today? Hi, Tequila in that. Uh-huh. Child, it's so much. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. I wish I had money in my pocket so I call her. I wish I was able. I wish I know I don't have the capacity to keep up with all this political shit, right? And it breaks my heart that I can't come on here and break it down, step by step of all the ways that he is wrong, because he's so wrong, right? And then he gets up there with his arrogant ass, always complaining. How can you complain when you were born a billionaire? You were certainly a multiple millionaire at birth, correct? And yet you complain what they all done did to you, what CBS done did to you, what CNN done did to you, what MSNBC, they all incompetent. Everybody's stupid. Everybody's dumb. They should all be in jail. And yet you're the one with 34 felonies, right? Shouldn't you be, let me calm my ass down. Shouldn't you be a little more grateful? You are constantly talking about how they ain't grateful. I don't think they're grateful enough. You told Zelensky, but bow down and worship me. Donald Trump, it wouldn't make no difference. It don't make no goddamn difference. You set that man up, right? You came in there, you had this stooge, J.D. Vance. He finally got to say something, child, and attack that man so you could cut the funding to that country. You think everything in dollars and cents, right? You don't consider nothing about nobody's job. You don't consider that all these people, these people working for the Fed, honey, people who have done all the right things, people with good credit, people that finished their college and paid their student loans, people that did everything right. They sitting on their job. They've been there 25 years. You have no problem cutting their goddamn head off. Tell their children to go out and get on food stamps. This is the mentality of a Donald Trump. I mean, first of all, he interrupts the meeting. The woman's supposed to be talking about fentanyl, even though she's lying about fentanyl and making fake fentanyl. What's that for? We don't need your lies, people. Tell the goddamn truth. Open the fentanyl up. Put your finger in there and sniff some, girl, and prove to us it's fentanyl. So much fentanyl is coming from Canada. That's strange. Strange that I would never even, I used to be a drug dealer. I ain't never even heard of no goddamn fentanyl coming out of Canada. Miss Sherry, Lamar, how you doing? Hi, Uncle Tim nephew. Mm-hmm. Well, fortunately, some people have not run yet, right? Because he tries to, anybody who speaks against him, he comes for their network. And now he's got Elon Musk as his sidekick and his co-president. So when they don't like something, they can just go buy it. They can go buy majority share, at least enough where they would have a voice in that company. They have the power to destroy that company. He's bullying people. He's coming after people. What I was saying about people education, all these lawyers, huh? If they ever worked on a case that involved him, then they become the enemy, and now they have to be fired as well. And they got to be thrown in jail, destroying people's careers, destroying life on planet Earth as we know it, honey. Every goddamn, how can we be at war with the whole goddamn world? And you're gonna keep on playing around, boy, and you're gonna have us in real wars where people die, and you don't have the capacity to understand what that is, right? We saw that when you ran the first time. Fucking idiot. Then he get mad at them, girl, when they put tariffs on us. Why are you mad? You the one that started the shit. You the one over there affecting their households. You over there talking about you gonna take their country. How can you go and take somebody else's country? Oh, you see it on the map. You can see they just drew a line. They just drew a line. Nigga, they have to draw a line somewhere, right? We're bordered by Mexico and Canada. How in the hell if you don't draw a line, how in the fuck you gonna know where the border is? I'm sure those things were agreed upon. Here you bring your ass in here. You got to be fighting with every country in the Northern America and now every country in the goddamn world. Everybody did something to you. Oh, they're ripping us off. They're getting over. Says the man who's always been getting over since he was a child. You started getting over when you started cheating in school. Getting over. Well, okay, Donald Trump. So nobody should get over. So maybe you should start writing checks then, since you have all these billions of dollars. Elon Musk that showed you how to get out of the government. Maybe you should then start writing checks for all these contractors you have ripped off for your entire life. All these businesses that went bankrupt and everybody was out of work. Maybe you should start writing some checks, Donald Trump. Right? You don't have no track record of being no successful businessman, child. Anytime somebody just gives you a $400 million, child, and you say you can go play with, and you fuck that up, and then they come back and they give you another 200 million, and then you fuck that up, and then you come another 200 million, and they get 100 million from there, and then until you burn everybody out in this country. And when you ran the first time, it was general knowledge, girl, that nobody would give you any money. Why? Because he always got ripped off, right? It was hard to hold on to a lawyer. Why? Why was it hard to hold on to a lawyer? Because you wouldn't pay them. Them people got a mortgage, honey. They're spending all their time defending you, and then they got to fight to get paid. Look what they doing to me. Look what they doing to me. Oh, they should all be in jail. It should all be. What did you tell Hillary Clinton? Because she had a private email, like everybody else in America. What did you say to her? Lock her up. Lock her up. Ain't that a bitch? Lock her up. She don't even have a misdemeanor conviction. You know, they have 34 felony convictions, correct? And God only knows all the other shit you didn't avoid it with the lawyers all your life, right? Now you want to destroy the lawyers as well. He was calling out lawyers' names, honey, and firms, right? Trying to ruin people's business. How can you so easily want to ruin all these people's businesses? Not only do you want to ruin their businesses, you want to come for people like me, people who get Social Security, or people who get Medi-Cal, or little kids, honey, that their family can't afford regular insurance. They get Medi-Cal. So if they get cancer or something goes wrong with them, they won't die. You don't give a fuck, right? Every day we hear about how somebody else is being hit. How can anybody feel secure, honey? I'm sure all those federal employees, they felt secure when they were just talking about Social Security and Medi-Cal, right? Medicare, right? Until he came for them. And who's next? I'm sure the lawyers felt secure. They're just doing their job, right? And then you come in for the lawyers. You want to destroy their careers, correct? Right? Because you had to get back at everybody, right? So all this time you had to address the DOJ. You want to get up there and brag about how you fired Comey. Now, wasn't Comey doing a good job? What is all this goddamn bullshit propaganda? You keep saying how horrible the condition of the government was when you came into office with Joe Biden. Nobody was complaining about Joe Biden's economy. Most economists said things were rolling. They didn't start rolling bad until you got your ass in there, right? Because you got to feel that you got the power, even though you have ruined businesses since the beginning, right? Bankrupt. Everything ends up in bankrupt, right? And the same time as that, you out here selling tennis shoes. You're the president of the United States. You out here selling tennis shoes. You out here selling mugs. You out here, anything is for sale. Now you're selling goddamn cars for your co-president. If you're going to be the co-president, you're going to be in government. Why you got all these interests, this business interests? I thought the first time you ran, right, the issue was that you were supposed to divest from all businesses. So that was, what was that, 8 years ago? You were supposed to divest from all businesses. You lied, of course, right? You just had your family taking care of it, correct? And now you're in full-time business. You're doing commercials for car companies. What's going on, Nikki B? He had friends to the north and south, water, east and west. Now he done fuck everything up. Everything he touched turned to shit. He got the Trump touch. Everything he touched turned to shit. It's always a promise. Oh, it's going to be better. It's going to be, nigga, are you also a prophet? How the hell you know it's going to be better? Right? When you crash this economy and crash Canada's economy and crash Mexico's economy, child, and you done went over there to Europe, fucking with Europe, and we don't even have decent relationships over there, what makes you think it's going to be better? How do you know? How would you know that? Nikki B's here. Gotta calm my ass down, child. What's going on here? This motherfucking Trump. You can't keep up. There's no way you can keep up. Every day it's a different story. A lot of this shit he just throwing out there just for distractions, child. He know good goddamn well Canada is not just going to surrender and become a part of America. What sense does that even make? It's stupid. Because they got cities in Canada as big as New York City. Where they just those are going to become cities now, right? And all of Canada is going to be a state. Is that what your plan is, Trump? A lot of this bullshit is just distractions, right? We got to have Greenland. We got to have Green. Why do we have to have all these things so you can claim accomplishments, Trump? Nobody's going to remember you in any kind of favor, no matter what the fuck you do. All you're going to do is get in those places and fuck it up, like you did every other business. Your Trump steaks, your Trump water, your Trump university. That was proven to be a ripoff, right? Even the damn charities you ran. Did you take the charity money Donald Trump supposed to be? At that time you were claiming to have $11 billion, and you had started a charity and took the charity money and made pictures of yourself. Hi, Elaine. The Supreme Court empowered Trump. There was a method to the madness, baby. They wanted the courts. They wanted to control the government, the FBI, CIA, anybody who would be investigating him, right? He put people in charge of those things. Those are all his people now. All they do is sing the praises of Donald Trump. It is a goddamn shame, honey, and it makes you want to cry. Make you want to holler. Is that Darius? How you doing, Darius? And Dovey's in here. How y'all doing? There aren't gonna be food stamps. There aren't gonna be no food stamps. We can say that money. We can get that money, right? That's why you cut off all support to whatever, to the country. You cut them all off the support, right? Zelensky, to save the money. The moment that man walked onto that goddamn camera, Zelensky, I said, listen, watch. Whenever that goddamn JD Vance, oh, let me, how can you don't sound grateful? You didn't say thank you right out of Donald Trump's asshole. Correct. I know. I watch. They're going to cut him off for that money. They're going to see thousands and thousands and thousands of people murdered. They don't care. We got that money back. We pulled back that money. And why do you need all this money, Donald Trump, from all over the world? You got to get your obsession is with the money. Oh, we getting ripped off. Oh, why should we give them food? Why should we give them? Because you're supposed to be a decent human being and care about the world, honey. We had high standing in the world. Now we are a laughing stock. This place is a greedy drunk. We got this goddamn carnival barker in here, and then get other one. He want to put people on the moon. He want to be the president of the goddamn Mars or some shit, child. And they in charge of every goddamn thing. And this fool don't even try to hide it. He comes in. The first thing Donald Trump does, and let me make sure that these black people ain't getting no privileges. He said DEI. Get rid of all DEI. You can't even mention. You can't even. Ain't no black holiday. Ain't no gay holiday. You can't acknowledge shit, right? Everything's the same. Everybody's equal, but except everybody's not equal. Were you equal, Donald Trump, when you were born in that mansion, child, with Fred Trump? Were you equal to the person born in Harlem in a slum with an addicted mother? Right? Stand on their own 2 feet. Everybody couldn't buy no college degree, honey. Trump gave his supporters the okie dokie. Child, he ain't gonna give them people shit. When they start cutting white, honey, there's a lot more white people. I mean, we see other minorities all through the bigger cities, but a whole lot of this country is still white people. So when he cuts it across the board, you got across the board cuts. You got fire 100,000 in that state and fire 100,000 in that state. All that. Them was mostly white people, honey, particularly poor ones. So you cut food stamps, you cut it for them more than you cut it for us, honey. Right? I'm just saying. Well, shouldn't you be talking about building factories? You always say, oh, they're going to bring us the money. He's going to bring us the money. Oh, we're going to get tariffs. Everybody in the world been telling your stupid ass, girl, for 20 years, girl, that tariffs is not the answer. You need free trade, all right, so you can buy and sell stuff from each country. You're so obsessed with getting over it. You got to be on top. Everybody ripped you off. Europe ripped us off too. Now we can't even buy a goddamn glass of wine because your ass. Look what I did. Look what I did. Nobody's impressed with you, Trump. Nobody gives a fuck about you. It looks like even your own wife don't give a shit about you, man. Right? This is all in your ego, in your mind. You should have done enough with your life by now where you're able to go and sit down some goddamn where. Right? You just got to make mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake, and you don't have the capacity to admit when you're wrong. And when you do admit you're wrong, oh, tariffs on, tariffs off. Oh, maybe I double the tariffs. Oh, I increase the tariffs to 200%. This is all in a week's time, right? You're the big deal maker because you've deluded yourself that you're some kind of great businessman and some kind of great deal maker. You are not that. We all know that your book was written by somebody else, Carol. It was ghostwritten, honey. You had only had a few ideas in that goddamn thing, and it's been bullshit because of your record. How in the hell are you bankrupting casinos? We got people on some of these Indian casino places riding around in Rolls Royces and Bentleys, honey, right? From running casinos. You took your ass to Atlantic City. And how many casinos did you bankrupt? How's that even possible? I think this is what happened. You have when a person is extremely spoiled. You know, they say spoil the child, spare the rod and spoil the child, right? You are a spoiled brat, correct? They say you was a mean asshole in as far back as kindergarten, right? You've been mean and nasty to people, and you've been sexually obsessed until you got too old to be sexually obsessed, right? You always just take, get what you want, get over it. You have to always get over. And now you're gonna take your shit onto the world stage. You're not even capable of realizing what does this look like to the world when I'm basically threatening war with everybody. How long is it gonna be before somebody takes you up on your offer, Donald Trump? Right? What are you trying to accomplish anyway? Accomplish what? The economy was going great. All we needed to do is get the damn price of eggs and bread down. Goddamn toilet paper. He ain't said a goddamn thing about no plan. At least when Kamala ran, she ran on the right thing, honey. I don't know how that happened, child, but I know being the character that you are, more than likely there was trickery in the damn election. You always talking about, oh, they stole the election. They stole the election. You feel like they stole the election because you know you tried to steal the election. You are capable, more than capable, of cheating in everything you do. Correct? And so, of course, you feel like everybody else is cheating. You know good and goddamn well whatever. I got to calm my ass down and stay away from that TV. I got to limit how much of that bullshit I watch, honey, and I shouldn't be bullshit. This is our country, people. This is just one dude, one egomaniac. Can't even get his own damn family to agree that he's a decent person, right? They all got bad testimony concerning you. You tricked those people, and you owe white people an apology. I'm sorry. Oh, the shit he gonna do for somebody. He ain't did nothing for nobody, honey. And so blatant, you're the president of the United States. You ever talking shit about every goddamn minority who exists here? You think we can't see beyond your bullshit, child? You hate us too. You hate everybody and everything, and you will never be satisfied. It's pitiful. Now he can't run again, so I guess he's gonna do as much damage as he can for all these rich ass people who giving him billions and billions and billions of dollars. He wasn't no billionaire before he became the president. That's for damn sure. That's been proven. He is now. He got Elon on the side. Show me how to do it, Elon. No, you can move in. I'll give you a cottage. Yeah, we can move in. We can have meetings. Ugh. Now he's selling cars on the guy at the White House. Is that what the White House is for? They need to reconsider naming that building. I've always thought that. I thought it was too dumb an idea to voice it. But since I was a teenager, I said they really need to change the name of that damn building. Why's it got to be white? Aren't most houses white? Right? Why's that got to be the White House? It's saying the white people's house. Should change the name, something more inclusive of the whole goddamn world. Your ass in there announced, I'm not inclusive, nothing. I ain't inclusive, right? I want to make sure those people don't get ahead. And you blame the airplanes falling out the sky. You can't even take responsibility for the fucking air traffic control. And you immediately go to blaming that on black people. Oh, they got a DAI. What do they got? One pilot per 100. It's because they black. Is that it, really? What's going on? Okay. What's going on? Tell me what's going on, and then I'll tell you what's going on. Woo. Right on, baby. Right on. All we got to pray for now is this dude don't end us up in wars. People are not killed. Correct. Remember the last time he was the president, we had goddamn riots busting out all over the motherfucker, right? Right? You remember his attitude then? Right? Come out there in fucking riot gear to move the protesters out of the way so he can hold the Bible up naked with his 2 Corinthians in it, child. Place is in bad shape. I hope I don't have to leave this world. I think I got a good 4 years in me, honey. I don't have to leave this world feeling like this about my own country. I've always thought that to be a blessing. Thank God. Thank you, God, that I'm American, right? I'm an American. No matter what all the issues are in America, we ain't starving, correct? It's still the great, I believe. I mean, of course, probably all countries in their propaganda say that they're the greatest country in the world, whatever. But I've always believed that it was a benefit. I was fortunate to be born an African American. I don't know that I'm in the best place at this point, right? I'll be saying, how can these people let this dude get away with the shit that he gets away with? The things that come out of his mouth. Even when he was running, he wasn't saying anything to address the issues of this country. He's hollering about fentanyl. Why we have people laying all over the street, and you talking about fentanyl's coming out of God? You don't even have a location on where it's coming from, right? We got people laying all in the goddamn street, Donald Trump, right? We got to rent $4,000 a month for a fucking 1-bedroom apartment, Donald Trump, right? Eggs is what is it here is $11. $11 for a carton of eggs, right? I know eggs is just whatever they chose to choose on, because you can go through all the aisles. Every time I go in the Safeway, it's $75 to $100, and I can carry it all in my hands. Why didn't you say anything about addressing any of the issues in America, Donald Trump? Right? What about all these closed up factories and these small towns that are barely making it, and damn near all of them are on welfare? You're going to cut the welfare, right? You told all the people to resign their jobs and all this shit, girl, and then you try to cut the unemployment benefits. That's what happened when you're so removed, honey. He ain't never known them streets. They should make you go take you a couple of years, honey, and go out there and live like a regular person, so you'll be able to identify with the real world, right? Most people would not even dream of cutting hundreds of thousands of jobs from people, right? Some of these people are already getting close to retirement age, child. They ain't gonna have no big market for all these jobs that are waiting for them after you throw them out of what they thought were secure government jobs. You even consider that, Donald Trump? Oh, we can get the money. We're saving money. I'm saving money. I'm saying, girl, we don't give a fuck if the goddamn if the what do you call it? If we owe $36 trillion, we don't give a fuck if you can reduce that to $35 trillion. What's with all this saving money about everything? What we're just doing, we're having problems with the whole world to save 1,000 off of the 36 trillion, whatever all that shit means. I mean, I admit to you, I can barely follow it. I can't even learn it. It comes so fast. When I leave this computer, I go into my bedroom. Believe me, there's going to be another story about something stupid Donald Trump has done and why he goes off and plays golf. Yep. Well, he got the Supreme Court right along with the Senate, right along with the goddamn Congress, right along with every facet of government. They all scared. All the people he put into heads of these departments and offices, none of them will qualify for their job. They'll be totally dependent on whatever the fuck he says. And they got no problem coming on here kissing everybody's ass, right? Everybody's bad except the people who watch Fox News, which are the people all through the Midwest, honey. All the fat white people who voted for his ass, right? That's his audience. That's his target audience, because that's the vote. That's the majority vote. So he gonna make it the majority against the white people. When he announced the first time, came down. Oh, the Mexicans, they all drug dealers. They all rapists. They are rapists. They are drug dealers. They have massive fentanyl and all this stuff that's wrong with the Mexican people, right? We've been living side by side for eons, but right now all of a sudden they are the enemy. Correct? They found one woman who had been assaulted by who they said was a Latin person, had been murdered here in San Francisco. One person. How many people are murdered in America on a daily basis? One person. And it turns out the Mexican guy, he wasn't even guilty. Look what they did. They're killing us. They're killing us. Fox News. They can barely hold a straight face. All that ass kissing they got to do. They ought to just put a little brown on their nose, honey, and let people know who you really are. Ass kissers. And if you fuck up and say the wrong thing, Elon Musk gonna come in there and buy your ass. We shouldn't be, as Americans, rooting for Canada, but Canada's in the right. They didn't do anything to that dude. All they did was do fair trade with America, honey. Part of the reason why we are rich. Rich. Oh, it's been a ripoff. They ripping us off. Everybody's been ripping you off, Donald Trump, since you was a little baby, honey. They always gonna get all of my stuff. They gonna get, nigga, how much stuff do you need? That's the question. And how much do Elon Musk need? $400 billion. They say that the numbers done slipped down significantly, Elon Musk. And perhaps it will continue to slip. And at some point you realize I've done fucked up my company, thinking I can take over the world with Donald Trump. Right? People can protest. They can protest Tesla. This city here, I told you, every fifth to every 10th car is a goddamn Tesla. Right? What if all these people decided to turn them damn things in? I'm selling my Tesla at 50% discount, like the Congress is starting to do, because it makes no difference, makes no sense for them to be driving around in Teslas. And a whole lot of people who are real American people who care about this country will not drive a Tesla. That's where we're going, Elon Musk. Think about the options. Why you had so much time to go and play in the government? Why you got all this time to play in the government if you're the richest man in the world? I would think you had other things to do. Let's see what my subscribers are saying. What's going on, Miss Dovey? Thank God it's Friday. Trump gave his supporters the okie dokie. Yes, he did. You owe them apology. He got all the people from the insurrection, right? That's what you did for the white people. Didn't they go in because of you? Who did Michael Cohen? How did he end up in prison? Everything you touch, Trump, turns to shit, right? Because you can't be satisfied. You don't even realize that it pays to have friends, but you got to have friends to make this world go round. Oh yeah, we need us some friends. What else is going on, people? What else is going on? I understand that Wendy Williams that came on what's the name of the damn show? This brain. Anyway, Wendy Williams then made an appearance, and now she's saying that I guess she's on the verge of getting her this thing they have on her. God damn, I lost all my words. I have no idea what the hell I'm saying. The thing they have against Wendy Williams, she's taking tests now to prove her cognitive abilities. When we hear her speak, she speaks like Wendy Williams. Yes, that includes some of her little tag lines, like "you hear me" or whatever. That doesn't mean you have dementia, honey. Right? They have ripped that woman off, and I guess they thought they were protecting her. But my question would be, protecting her from what? Wells Fargo said they were protecting her money, so her money wouldn't be spent. But the question is, if she can't spend it, what you gonna do with it? You're saying that she can't be rehabilitated, she can't be better, she's got some kind of frontal dementia kind of thing, right? So you have to save her money. Save it for who? Isn't she the one that walked into your office and opened an account and put her money in there? Isn't she the one who earned the money? You act like a person can't have cognitive issues like all the rest of us in the damn 60s, child, right? And they can't have their money. You're gonna take their money. Who is this white woman that won't leave? They don't want you, girl. You need to leave. Shit. That's easy. That's the easy part. So I'm not sure exactly where she is, but yes, I know the name, The View. She was on The View. I think it was a telephone call. You can go and check that out and see where she's going if you guys are interested in her story. I'm not sure what else is going on. Let me see. I get so involved in that goddamn Donald Trump shit. And he loves that, right? He loves the people everybody talking about him, honey. How you going to have a different story every 15 minutes? Meet the Press is on. Let me see. That event visibly crumbles in front of it. Well, he's helped some people, whether he likes it or not. The Midas touch, they've grown into a major concern now. Jack Cucciarelli, Carella, a lot of these guys are making a living now off Donald Trump. They thought it was all about the election, but no, they got content 4 and 5, 6 times a day based on the administration of Donald Trump, right? So at least some people kept a job. Hi Sheila, Sheila Stubbs. Mm-hmm. He started it all. Then he talking about look what they did to me. How could they if they raise the tariff to 50? I'm going to go to 200. I'm going to raise the tariff to 200%. I mean, just playing these people's companies. I mean, each one of these are companies he's talking about, y'all. Right? They're the ones losing $50 million in one day. Right? There's the ones losing all their trade, all their business. They can only do so much in their neighborhood, honey. Right? He just moves around like it ain't shit. And then he starts it, and then wondering why, how dare them hit back? How dare them hit back? Look what they're doing to me. They're ripping us off. Everybody's ripping me off. They all got to be punished. So he told the D.O.J. to wrap it up. He told the D.O.J. that their job now is to come after all these lawyers. Any lawyer had anything to do with convicting Donald Trump of anything, correct? Or at least fighting the case. He's coming after them. He's not ashamed to say it. I don't know why a United States president would be saying something like that out loud, right? He think it's strong. Every time you see him, he got that little hand up, the little bitty fingers. They're strong. Stay strong. Let me do my face like this. Stay strong. Stay strong. That's not strength, Donald Trump. It's ignorance and stupidity. Hmm. Let me see, Justin. Let me see. It's Trump debate. Oh dear. It's a Trump debate. Oh dear. Oh my. Well, it's your country too, Nikki B. You ain't got nothing to say about it. We always just sit back and take it. And he done told us that he no longer wants to help our black ass in any kind of way, right? Is everybody equal, everybody same. So the kids with born with billions and billions of dollars, those are the same are the key people struggling trying to come up. He ain't gonna help nobody. He told us that from the beginning. He went out of his way to make sure that we don't even celebrate a black achievement, right? Nobody gets ahead here. Oh, they're good. They're a lot of good people. They got to be white. All the pilots got to be white. Like, girl, do you really believe that shit, Donald Trump? You see what them people who voted your ass in. Them ain't no airline pilots, honey. You got a few hardened bigots out there, girl, but primarily you got billionaires, people who have interest in business. They have their own selfish needs for you, and all the rest of your supporters are poor white people. I've looked at them and watched them, honey, and watched how they talk, where they meet. It's sad. You claim to love them so much. What are you doing? What are you doing to your own people? Right? Are they just picking through the post office and finding the black people and picking them out? No, this was across the board cuts. Even got to the Supreme Court. That is, and we watched them do it. He believes he's a king of shit hill, king of his brain. I guess he actually believes all that bullshit in his brain. He's the one being convicted of all these damn crimes, right? And he's talking about how it was a conspiracy. All the news stations, all the newspapers, everybody, they're all against me. They don't love Trump. They don't love Trump. An egomaniac. He needs professional help. And it's so late in the game. The man gonna be 80 years. How old is he? 79. He got a year before he's 80 years old. Oldest president in United States history. Everything about him is the first time in history. Like he says, it's never been seen before. They never seen anything like it. They never seen anything. Girl, we've seen plenty like it in this thing. In horror movies, political movies. Aren't they usually everybody trying to fight for power, honey? destroying each other, cheating. And that's where he got his political experience from, watching movies, watching TV. I watch the shows. I watch all the shows. Really? And that prepares you to be a president? I would think, Donald Trump, you would have something to talk about, considering the issues we have here. Have you even mentioned the cost of living or the prices they're paying? You so worried about how much taxes Canada's paying. Oh, they're gonna pay less tax. They're gonna pay less. Donald Trump, focus up, fool. You're supposed to make America great again. Remember? You're too scary to say the truth, how you really feel. We're gonna make America white again. And they believed it. They believed that we're not going nowhere, fool. Are you going to have a affair with us, a war with us as well? The ones inside of America. Then you say you're going to use the American military against us? Lunatic. He's crazy. I'm not American. What are you? You're living in America. Dun, 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 dun. Eye to eye, nation to nation. Living in America. Woo! You don't live here? Well, how in the hell you communicate? We can't turn on America. We turning on ourselves, right? Now he gonna get all them angry ass, poor ass white people in the middle, in the Midwest somewhere. He gonna get them all angry at Canada. Canada has done nothing to us, right? Canada has done. We had no problems at the border in Canada. Fentanyl ain't coming from Canada. If it was, I would have heard about it by now. Somebody would have mentioned it. Right? He uses these excuses, like when he went after Valinsky. He had no problem. Oh, you didn't say thank you enough. You didn't say thank you enough. Oh, we cutting all the money. Cut all the money. We ain't sending no more help. So let them die. Well, Nikki, we just glad you're happy wherever you are, child. Yeah, I got some favorites out there. He keeping James Carville, and a few of them are not scared. But MSNBC, I was extremely disappointed in them because they seem to tone everything down after their little trip to Mar-a-Lago. Okay, here's the deal. Here's how you're going to stay in business. All of them damn Republicans, they're going to get shit done. Not for us. He ain't even said nothing. Why don't you just walk through the supermarket, Donald Trump? You use it as prop. Oh, look at all the food. What we're going to save? It's all going to be cheaper. America's too expensive. You haven't even mentioned our primary issue here. Homelessness, our primary issue here. People in recovery. You want to cut the money for people to get into recovery. So what do you want them to do? Keep sleeping in the streets? You're so concerned with fentanyl. Shouldn't we try to help the people? Because the people can't sell fentanyl if nobody buys it. Every goddamn department he got to touch. For what? What do we get out of that? What about a rebate? What if we gave you a rebate? We gonna give you a rebate, and we so generous. You got $100. He is the demon king. Absolutely. Oh, you British? Well, bless that heart. You live in Britain now? Well, he making them the enemy too. He said, y'all been ripping us off. That's what Donald Trump said. It's gonna break my heart to see, because these people apparently who follow him are easily manipulated, to see them turn on Canada. They're gonna do that. Listening to him. They've done nothing to us. Nothing at all. I'm just selling you products. You're selling me your products. I'm buying your products. He said, oh, they getting the best end. They getting the best. They ripping us off. They're getting trillions, billions, and trillions of dollars. No, they're not. They're simply doing business. Everybody was doing business, Donald Trump. You brought your ass up here. Now everybody's a problem, and they all after you, and they need to be in jail. Didn't you say that? Every lawyer who's working for our United States government needs to be locked up. Why? Oh, what they did to me. What they did to me. Ungrateful fool. Anyway, people, I done went on and on and on. Trump don't like homeless people. Of course he don't like poor white people either. He don't like them people. He used them. He played off their hatred or their prejudice. And why do they have prejudice? Because they're people. Right? We're supposed to be getting better. The president is supposed to help us to get better. Right? He goes the opposite way. He plays off their hatred or their prejudice and their fear. Their fear. There's going to be too many Mexicans. There's going to be too many blacks. There's going to be too many Middle Eastern. Then he said, we're going to sell billions and billions of $5 million and they can all come in. Well, aren't you bringing in more people than you getting rid of, Donald Trump? Right? Just as many. And I don't know where you're getting these numbers from. Most people are not paying no $5 million to come here, child. Where do you get these numbers from? Oh, billions are going to come in. Really? I thought you were opposed to immigration. You're opposed to poor people, correct? People out there picking oranges and supporting their family, that offends you some kind of way, even though you've been in the hotel business for all your life. Second generation. And you mean to tell me there's no illegals there? You threw those people under the bus. That had to hurt. He said, damn, I cleaned his toilets for 20 years. What did I do? I mean, he barely gives me a paycheck. What did I do? Right? Like America hasn't benefited from ripping these damn immigrants off, ripping them off, paying them less money because you won't let them pay their taxes. Oh, you ain't American. You ain't no real American. You ain't. Like their tax money doesn't count. So in many of these situations, they pay the taxes, but they can't get no refund, right? Because they're not American citizens, right? So always got to be like holding something over people and taking advantage of people. Asshole. All these people that are working in America, believe me, America's getting this cut by undercutting what they pay them. Correct, Donald Trump? Anyway, we got the Trumpians today. That's right. Stay involved. This is our country. It's just as much our country as it is his, honey. They just let him take over every damn department, child. The first time he won the election, he immediately in the White House with all these camera students try to walk over to Comey, try to make a deal. We can talk. We can talk. And Comey was saying, no, we don't do that. Right? That's not my job. And what do? You ruin that man's career. And then you're over there bragging about it. Like everybody's supposed to be excited about it. And they work for the D.O.J. What are you going to do to them? They better be fear. Every time Donald Trump walks into the room, yes, master. Yes, master. And that still won't satisfy him. Did you say something wrong? Get him out of here. That's how he used to eject black people from his rallies. We take him in the back, knowing he ain't going to fight a goddamn butterfly. Inspiring other people, their hatred. Okay, people, don't turn on Canada. This is all propaganda. Ignore that fool. And let's just hope and pray for the best. I don't know what else to say about it. Thank y'all for coming in. I'm so glad we had this time together just to talk about Trump. Hate his guts. Seems we just got started now. Before you know it, comes the time we have to go and watch more. Good night, everybody.